Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? This is Els Kimney from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today we're going to work on this way overdue video. We've talked about it. So we're going to go ahead and get started taking a look at it. And I'll tell you why it took so long. It took so long because I had to wait for a seed catalog. So we have it now, so we can get started. All right. So let's take a look at some of the things that we do have here, just so we can get an idea of some of the things we want to look for. So obviously we have a seed catalog. We have some postcards. We have more postcards. We have some, little date books from the Dollar Tree, from the dollar store. We have, what do we have in here? Oh, I know what that is. We have some paper from like little books and things. We have more postcards. We have greeting cards. Now, if you go to the thrift store, you can probably get a whole box of these for like a couple of dollars. Okay? Probably get like a bag of them for $2-3. So we have those greeting cards and envelopes because, they're real pretty. And then we have some of these larger monthly planners. Look at that. So we're going to go ahead and go in and we're going to take a look at some of this stuff and see where we can source some alternative ephemera. Okay? All right, I'm going to clear some of this stuff off the desk and we'll get started with one thing. We'll pick cards. We'll do the greeting cards, okay? So let's get this stuff off the desk. We're going to get started on the greeting cards. I'll be right back. So this really only requires two tools, a paper trimmer and a pair of scissors. Okay. And what I do is I kind of look at my card and I'm looking to see, is there anything on the inside that I want to save? If not, is there anything out here? And I've got a big image on the front. So I'm just going to cut the front off. And then I have this little image on the bottom, on the back here. It's the same as the big image. It's just smaller. And so, it's a good size to put on a tag or something like that. So I'm going to cut that off. And not every card has this. But we got a cute little image. And then I'm going to do that kind of to all of these. And so let's take a look at this one that says, happy birthday to you. Obviously, I don't want the happy birthday, but there's a lot of stuff going on here, okay? Oh my goodness, a lot of stuff. So let's start with cutting this one in half and get that big front image off of there. Okay. And then we're going to cut out this little back image here. Okay, and here's the thing. See this? I want to keep that. So I'm going to cut that off. And I'm just making sure that I cut it off in a way that lets me, salvage this if I want this piece. And I'm not too worried about, getting close here, but... All right, so now we have those. And then there's this. And, I don't really want the happy birthday to you, but there are some images here that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that part off. Okay? So I'm just going to cut that part off. We don't need that part. And... a little short here. Now I'm going to keep this piece and I'll work on that later. Okay, so the rest of this that we don't want, we can throw away, or you can save it. There's something that can be done with that too. All right, so now we have our envelope. We have this image here, we have this image in the back, and we have a couple of butterflies. I kind of like this envelope intact, so I'm going to keep that one, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So this one says, on your birthday, wishing you a day as lovely as you are. And you open it up and it's got this on it. But here's the thing, look. This one's double-sided. And the only parts of this that I don't want are this, this, and this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half down the middle. I'm going to cut this piece. Come in with my scissors. Take that piece off. And trim off this little bit of excess here. I'm going to keep that part. And I'm going to get rid of this piece on the bottom. And sometimes, you know, you will keep that. I'm also going to keep the rest of this. The only part that I'm going to get rid of is this part right here on your birthday, because I don't want that part. That's what I have stamps and embossing powder for. So I'm going to take that part out. That's goodbye. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to continue to do that through this whole pile, cutting out the bits and pieces that I want. So I'm going to put this to the side for just a moment. We'll deal with that envelope in a second. I'm going to put all this to the side for a second here, and I'm going to bring out postcards, and I'll be right back. Let's take a look at some postcards. Okay. So we've got flowers. This would always make a really good little pocket, you know? So we'll keep that in mind. We have a cave painting. I'm not sure what we could do with this, but if we cut it down, it might actually make a really good backing for an ATC. And let's see, and this one, we've got a little building here we could use. There's another one over here. So this one has some possibilities. Now I like this one. This one's from 1973, July of 1973, as a matter of fact. And it's just this cute little image here, Dr. John's Floating Museum. Like, I really don't need this. I could keep the calendar. The calendar would be cool. Let me just clean that edge. There we go. So the calendar is really cool. And the image is really cool. And it looks like a photograph. It's like a really high quality here. Photo postcard. It's from Will Rogers, from a Will Rogers movie. So we'll keep that. What else do we have? Now we've got a beautiful castle here. Nice foreground. And this would make a really good, like, corner pocket. So I think we'll keep that one too. Now let's take a look at these. So I've got a castle on the water. Ooh, look at that. That is really interesting. We could do a lot of stuff with that. Right? Okay. Ooh. That's different. Look at this one. That is a photograph, painting. It's a photo of a painting. We've got the beach. We've got a mountain. Here's that same castle, only at night. That's cool. We got the turret here and a turret here. This would make a cute pocket. And the Colosseum. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Ha! Goes this way. Okay. So this is like a beach. Let's see what it says on the back. It's in Russian. No, it's the beach at Santorini. All right, so these, as you can see, we can cut down. We can make a lot of things out of those. And if you don't like something like this, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do with this, but, you know, if you round the corners on this, you could make a tag out of it. You could cut it down to 3.5 by 2.5 and make an ATC out of it. So there's a lot of uses that you could do with a postcard. Let's take a look at the next thing on the list, shall we? And look, we got a cool picture, and we got a really cool little calendar. Those are cool. We're going to put those in our pile of stuff we're keeping. And I am going to bring out, let's bring out the date books and appointment books. I'll be right back. Okay, so harvesting from these is sort of like harvesting magazines, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to open these up. It's like a little staple puller here. Get those opened. There we go. That's one. And we get the prongs on this side. There we go. And that makes two. All right. So let's go with the cover first. So on the cover we have 3 butterflies. So let's cut this in half. Joink. We'll get rid of that. Now we're going to lose the butterfly's wing, but I'm okay with that. Because that's still a good image. Okay? Take a little bit more off of here, a little bit off the bottom. And I can either fussy cut these out, or I can use this as a pocket. So I got that. And then I have this one here. So we're going to take this part off. And we're going to take the bottom piece off. And I think a little bit off the top. Just a little. So that's a fantastic image that we can use. So we've got that. And then, if you look at these pages, every single one of them, that's a full size, look, you got one here, you've got one here, you've got one here. So with these, what I would do is I would cut the pages in half, and then I would use my scissors to come in and just roughly cut these out. They don't have to be perfect, you know? Just cut them out roughly. I can make them perfect later. And I would just get a stack of these. And I would do that with the whole thing. Now, let's look at this one. This one is Timeless Landscapes. So again, you have a beautiful picture on the front. Not so good in the back. So, take that off. Let's get this piece. I'm going to cut it down the middle. Get rid of the date part at the top. What a fantastic black and white. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. It looks just like a photograph, you know? So we'll keep that. This would have been great if they didn't have this on there. But, you know, it is what it is. But we also have that image twice because I have 2 of those, so we'll be able to pull that twice. And then when we go through here, you're going to see these are all black and white images, which are great for tags. So I would pull all of those out. Then we have this one, flowers. And again, it's got these little flower images in here on like every page. So you can't go wrong with that. There's going to be some in there. And it doesn't matter how old the appointment book is. This could be a 10-year-old book, and it's still going to have ephemera from me. All right? Now, let me get these over here to the side real quick. And get this out of the way. We're going to take a look at these bigger ones. Okay? Because these are a little bit different. And I'll tell you where these come from. I got them in the thrift store, but these are from Boys Town. Okay. So right off the bat, I have beautiful ephemera here, a beautiful piece back here. And when you open these up, I love these. Ready? Look at the corners, right? Look at the sides. Nice quotes. Look at this one. If you fussy cut this, this would be beautiful on the side of a page. Look at this one. And you got some more up here. So, I mean, you have to be a little bit more careful when you're harvesting for ephemera than if you're just harvesting for the images. But you can certainly get these out without too much of an issue. So all I would do is just take my scissors, cut this out roughly, and then just fussy cut right around the image. Now, if you wanted to stabilize this a little bit, you could glue it to a piece of just regular copy paper first, and that would make it a little bit more sturdy. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to take this one leaf right here off completely. And we'll just take this part. So there's my whole piece. Now let's say I want to put this on a page. Let's get a piece of paper, which I have right here. Now let's say I want to put this on a page. And I want to put it right here. So what I would do is I would just kind of measure it out. And I know I need to cut just below that little piece right there. And then I could glue that onto the side of a page, right? How beautiful is this? So that is, you know, kind of the deal. And I still have this guy here that I could use someplace else if I really, really wanted to. You know, I could straighten this, just pull him out and put him right here, or even lay him over it. However I want to do it. I could do it by cutting around this flower and coming down, and I could piece these two pieces together and make a full piece out of it. It just depends on how much work I want to put into it. But there's all kinds of those images in here that can be used either together or separately. Like this one, I don't particularly like the fruit, but look at these three butterflies, love them. So what I could do is I could come in and just take out this butterfly. And I'm just going to rough cut it out. And I will worry about cleaning it up later. Same thing with these guys up here. Not affecting anything on the other side. And I can cut those out later. So what else do we have? So we have this one, and this one comes again from the Boys Town. And look, it gives us these 12 images on the back. So those are the 12 images from the calendar, just in a smaller size. And this one, you know, obviously just a regular calendar. But look at, you have these images as well. Because, you know, it's got a few months before the end of the year. And then you have these nice big ones. And maybe you don't want the whole image, but you could cut out this bird, certainly. Oh, look at this one. You could just cut out the nest and the bird and still have all those flowers that you could cut. Yeah. So that's a good one. What else do we have? We have this one. This one is actually from the National Parks Foundation. And so you have, again, they put all of the little pictures on the back here that show you the different parks. And then inside, because again, this one is a calendar, you have the bigger images. But look, here's your nice big image. Here's a smaller image. Here's your big image. Here's a smaller image. So you get more than one image. Look at this. How gorgeous is this? This, of course, is Death Valley. And then you have all of this on the front. You know, you could do this part here, or maybe the trees. Maybe, and again, oh yeah, look. Look at that. Look, oh, there's a bear. How cute. So lots of different things that you can get out of these. And like I said, they don't even have to be, you know, this year. They could be 10 years old and you could still harvest things out of them. So I'm going to get these out of the way, and then we're going to take a look at a couple of other things that I have, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the next one. These are pages out of, you know, like a notebook. I got it at the thrift store for like $2. And there's not a whole lot here, but there is some, okay? First and foremost, you could just rip this. We'll get our piece of paper back out here real quick. And a corner rounder. Yep. How cute is that as a journaling card? Like, you would trim it, you know, obviously. Let's take it. Let's take this down real quick. So, we have a piece of white paper. We round the corner. Let's see. We ink it up. And then we glue it down. Now, you've probably seen me do this on actual pages in a book. And I do. I use these decorative papers because what it is, you know, some of these notebooks, they have like these really cute little scroll patterns and stuff on the pages. And that stuff is just stinking adorable. All right, so we have this. And it's on there, you know, obviously we'll do a little trim here because that's off center. little hole. There we go. Way better. And then, you know, you can do, let's do this. So I got a word here that was on the page. It doesn't have to be this word. It could be any word you want. You know, entirely up to you. But this happened to be handy, so I grabbed it, you know. Round all the corners here. Give this a quick brush of ink. Look at that. Right? Okay. Now the other thing you can do is, you see these like little flowers here? Here's an idea. Let's just cut those out real quick. Now, you'd have to do a little fussy cutting here. And again, I would probably back this onto some copy paper or some lightweight cardstock. Just to make it a little easier to cut. But you know, here's a little piece that I just cut out. And if we were going to, you know, we would of course put it on a piece of paper that it fit. But how cute would that look? You know, as a side border on a journaling card. You know? So that's another thing. Okay. Let me grab the other one here. All right, so on the other side of one of these, where is it? Here it is. Look at this. Look at this. It gives us 2 layered stamps. So I'm just going to kind of rough that out real quick, and then I'll just do a little quick fussy cut here. Throw a little ink on it. And this is why I always say keep tag blanks within reach. Look at that. And then we just get right here in our little box, we'll take out, let's see. that's going to be too big. So here's a little tag that says Traveler's Companion. And I'm just going to take this end off because it's a little long. Put it right there. How cute is this? And we just need, and we just cut this out of a piece of paper, you know, that we had hanging around. All right, so what else? Well, we have now come to the portion of the show where we're going to deal with that seed book. I'll be right back. So many thanks to Burpee for the free seed catalog. So yeah, go online and put in seed catalog and you will get a whole bunch of things. One of the ones you'll get is Burpee, and they will send you their catalog for the year for free. So you just, you know, tell them you need it. So the first part of this is probably nothing you would be interested in. Okay, because the first part of this is basically all vegetables. Who knows? You might be into it. You might be doing a cooking book journal. I don't know. Then you've got some herbs, and herbs have some flowers and things because, you know, they've got chamomile and stuff like that. So you do have some herbs that you can use. And then you have fruits. The part that we're interested in, really, is this. The purple and blue parts at the back. Okay? So you've got all of these images of flowers that you can fussy cut as squares, whatever you want to do, okay? However you want to use these. But look at how beautiful these are. Because you know they always take the best pictures, right? So now some of them you can't. You know, they've got numbers and stuff on them, but some of them, you know, here's just a flower and it just has a little bit of writing right here, and all you have to do is just cut a little bit off the bottom. Same thing with this one. Just cut a little off the top, a little off the bottom, and that's perfect. Look at this one. How gorgeous, right? So all you have to do is just very carefully pick, you know, the image that you want, and you can make a tag or something out of it. So let's look here. All right. We have all of these. I'm just going to take this one because it's just easy to get to. So I'm just going to cut this out. Let me make sure there's nothing on the back I want. Okay. The back is just, yeah, not interested. I don't like flowers that look sloppy. Does that make sense? See, like, this is a flower. I can look at this and see it's a flower. It's got the center and it's got beautiful petals. And then there's this. This, to me, looks sloppy, and it's just, I don't like it. I know, I'm weird. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around this picture. Just to clean it up before I decide what I'm going to do. And go this way. And this way. All right, so I have a piece of white cardstock, which, you know, we've been using, so nothing different here. so now let's see. What if I do a little fussy cutting? Now, these are not the best scissors to fussy cut with, but it's what I have out. Little tiny nip right here at the top. And slightly bigger one here. Okay, so we did a little fussy cut at the top. And I think we're gonna round some corners at the bottom here. Let me straighten the bottom. Okay, that's a better. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a corner here. And let's see. And on this side as well. And I'm just putting that piece of paper behind it there to make it easier to round the corner, because, you know, it's paper, it's magazine paper, and it doesn't always want to cut. All right, so we have that. Let's get this out of the way real quick. And I got this big corner rounder, which we're going to use to make the top of our tag. I like that look. Kind of cool, right? Okay. Now, I'm not going to do any inking on this per se. Because to me, ink, I'll do a little bit. Ink on a magazine paper, to me, just, it's either dark or nothing, and I don't want to do it dark, you know? But we'll do a little bit. Just a brushing, you know? Just a light brushing. All right, there we go. I'm happy. And I inked, you know? So I'm going to put this down. Grab my bone folder real quick. Okay, so we got that. And then let's see if we have, you know, anything bee or sunflower related that we could use. Well, you know what? Let me just get the ephemera that's in the bee pack. Let's take a look at that. I think there's some washi tape in there. Oh, there is. Good. Good. Washi tape is good. All right. I have some washi tape. Let me grab it. Oh, yeah. We got washi tape. And I need a little bee image. And this is called Mixing Your Ephemera. Oh, I got that one. That'll work. Okay, we got one there. So we get this out of the way. So I got a bee right here. Now I'm going to have to get out my scissors. Dang it. Alright, so let me go ahead and cut him out real quick. Probably have a bee stamp I could use, but all my bee stamps I think are kind of cutesy. I don't want to use cutesy, you know. So I'm just going to cut this guy out. Alright, I'm done messing around. Needs a little bit of finesse up here. There we go. All right, a little ink. He doesn't need a lot. All right, we got the washi tape. Let's get this out. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. All right. I'm just going to put a line of glue. Put on a strip of washi, if I can find the end. Aha! Eureka! All right. And my little bee buddy. Which I will put right there. Right over my flower. And go ahead and punch my hole. And this is a you know, one of those things. It is a, there we go. This is one of those quicklets. How stinking cute is this? Look at that. Now, a little bit of ink around the edge. How cute is that? All right, so that's it, guys. I mean, you can use commercial ephemera if you want to, but there's so much of it out there that is just alternatives. You don't have to just use digitals and, you know, stuff that comes in a package. If you really want to, just clip a picture, you know? Clip a picture, put it on a piece of paper, make it the piece that you want it to be. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we do have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And I post videos at least twice a week, typically on Monday and Wednesday, but, you know, it could be any day of the week. Let's see. I have two things going on in 2022, the first of which is a series of free classes. And if you'd like more information, when you ring the bell, make sure that you select the all notifications. And that way you find out about those as soon as they are released. The second thing I have going on is my 12 of 22 journal challenge. If you are interested in participating in that, you don't have to make 12 journals. You only have to make one to participate. So if you would like to participate in that, all I need you to do is go ahead and look at the description box below. There's a link. Just check, click on the link, cut, paste, whatever it is you do. Go over and check out the slideshow. It's going to tell you everything that you need to know to participate in my 12 of 22 journal challenge. That's it. That's all I have for you until I see you again. Stay well. Bye-bye.